All right, 245 all day for that. If they they opt into the full day kindergarten, there will be an additional $2,600.
Yes. Correct.
Okay, and for that $2,600, they're going to get art, music, and gym.
Well, certainly much more than that, but they will at least get art, music, and gym for 40 minutes of that afternoon, or half an hour, I'm sorry, it's 30 minutes of that half an hour, of that additional time.
Great, thank you.
We have a lot more than that, though.
And the reason we're moving forward with these two issues more quickly than others is athletics and activities requires us to report to our conference, which is the LNAC. So we have to get back to them and let them know what activities or what sports we're going to be providing for next year for the scheduling purposes. For full day kindergarten, we're actually behind.
We are.
And so we need to move forward quickly because we're getting a lot of calls about when is registration, when is registration, when is registration. And so we'll keep in mind some of the things that you brought up, such as what's the date going to look like? Is it going to be a week earlier? Those are some things that we could just report out in the next couple of weeks. Probably by February 20th, we could have a clearer picture.
Sure.
But right now, we need to be able to set the fees. We need to be able to inform people. We need to be able to schedule when people can come in and actually sign their kids up.
Just bringing in, if I may add a comment, this is obviously a situation that the district doesn't want to be in. This has been an amazing service by the district, not required by the state for all these years. It's not somewhere we want to be. Fees, they do seem expensive, but in comparison, looking around some different programs, this and that, we're talking in the school, and the teachers, with the programs, all the benefits. $2,600 by 172 days is $15.12 a day for the second half. Again, we don't want to charge it, but if you break it down, it makes it a little easier to take, in comparison to the other programs that are around, whether it's, an after-school care or daycare, or even a babysitter to that effect for what you're getting for $15, something that really needs to be considered.
We began the program in 1994, full day in District 80.
What was that again? What?
1994.
1994.
Yeah. Not just me, Wendy High and Andy Mott. We all began the full day program.
So will the students that are in full day, will they get additional? They'll get. This is kind of an off-the-circle question. They're going to get the art, music, and gym. Will they get any additional science, math, anything like that?
Well, we'll still teach the half-day students and what we need to teach the half-day students. So it really will look more individualized in the afternoon. So things like centers where the students work on individual strategies, those kind of things will probably hit the afternoon more. So we'll teach everything that we need to teach, but to be able to go deeper into the subjects and to be able to give further individualized work will probably hit the afternoon. We're not going to not teach the half-day kids math.
Right.
We're going to cover the curriculum
Sure.
the best that we can in 2.5 hours. It's gonna be fast-paced.
Is there going to be a way, once you're into the school year and once, the testing starts going out, I don't remember, it's been a long time, sorry, it's been kids in kindergarten, but I do know there's standardized testing. Is there going to be a way for us to take out or compare the test scores of the kids who are in the full day versus the half day?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, the students take the ISIL test, which we're exploring looking at math next year for kindergarten. And if either way, if we do math or we do ISIL, we can certainly run the data on the difference. They also take part in the state assessment, the kids' assessment, through the state loan, which was mandatory this year, the first year.
Any other additional questions from the board before we open it up for public participation? Please read this word.
Introduction of public comment. At each regular or special board meeting which is open to the public, the Illinois School Code and board policy require that members of the public and the board's employees be afforded time to comment or ask questions. The board's agenda designates this portion of the meeting to recognize these visitors and provide an opportunity for comments or to ask questions. The board asks that speakers identify themselves and limit comments or questions to no more than 5 minutes. The 5 minutes may be shortened if the president must conserve time to give the maximum number of individuals an opportunity to speak. Speakers are reminded to conduct themselves with respect and civility towards others. The board also requests that speakers refrain as best as possible from identifying individual students or staff. Speakers who choose to identify specific students or staff do so at their own risk. Please keep in mind that the opportunity to engage in public comment at a school board meeting does not insulate speakers from libel or violations of privacy. Lastly, if someone wishes to present an unresolved complaint to the board requests that you contact Dr. O'Malley to request time for that purpose during a closed session of an upcoming meeting. If the subject is a permitted topic for closed session under the Open Meetings Act. Thank you, and the board now looks forward to your comments and questions. If you do have a comment and question, there's nobody that's signed up, but just state your name and then we can put your name on the list.
Great. Thank you. Action item, discussion. Motion to approve the 2018-2019 activity athletic fees as presented.
I will make the motion.
I'll second.
Discussion. For the record, it would be for the pride leaders of $5 for K to 4, and for athletics, the sports that would be involved are boys and girls volleyball, boys and girls softball, boys and girls basketball, boys and girls soccer, and that fee would be $165. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Paletti?
Yes.
Mr. Biondo?
Yes.
Mr. DeJulio?
Yes.
Mr. Stoffel?
Yes.
Mr. Asavich?
Yes.
Mr. Ludston?
Yes.
Motion approved the 2018-19 activity athletic fee as presented. Discussion. Motion to approve the 2018-2019 full day kindergarten tuition as presented.
I'll motion.
I'll second.
Discussion. For the record, it would be $2,600 to have the full day kindergarten. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Paletti?
Yes.
Mr. Biondo?
Yes.
Mr. DeJulio?
Yes.
Mr. Stoffel?
Yes.
Mr. Asavich?
Yes.
Mr. Ludston?
Yes.
Motion approve the 2018-2019 full day kindergarten tuition as presented. Discussion. Motion to approve the 2018-2019 technology fee for kindergarten as presented.
Make the motion.
I'll second.
Discussion. Let the record show it would be $100 per student. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Paletti?
Yes.
Mr. Biondo?
Yes.
Mr. DeJulio?
Yes.
Mr. Stoffel?
Yes.
Mr. Asavich?
Yes.
Mr. Ludston?
Yes.
Motion approved the 2018-19 technology fee for kindergarten as presented. Discussion. Motion to approve the 2018-2019 textbook fee for kindergarten as presented.
I'll motion.
Second.
Discussion. Let the record show the fee for kindergarten textbook fee would be $140. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Paletti?
Yes.
Mr. Biondo?
Yes.
Mr. DeJulio?
Yes.
Mr. Stoffel?
Yes.
Mr. Asavich?
Yes.
Mr. Ludston?
Yes.
Motion approved the 2018-2019 textbook fee for kindergarten presented. Discussion. Motion to adjourn to closed session to discuss the employment, compensation, disciplining performance, or dismissal of specific employees and negotiation.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Paletti?
Yes.
Mr. Biondo?
Yes.
Mr. DeJulio?
Yes.
Mr. Stoffel?
Yes.
Mr. Asavich?
Yes.
Mr. Ludston?
Yes.
Motion approved to go into closed session at 6:20.